Hello everybody, my name is Alpha Mega Zulu and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. Now, in this video, we need to go ahead and meet our brain, and what is this? Is that our brain?
Well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
Is this my brain?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
I would imagine my brain would have had my personality, and this is not at all what I thought my personality would be. Why are you such a dick?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Yeah, of course you're responsible. You're my brain.
I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, that sense of righteousness and that rush you get when you help someone, do you know where those come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are.
No, but you're the source of most of the glands, unless you're arguing that my thyroid is to blame.
Well, look, it's all a very complex system of biofeedback and other things I wouldn't expect you to understand.
How would I not understand if you're my brain? Admit it, you're just as glandular as I am.
Oh, all right. Perhaps I am, but at least I'm logical about it.
Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back into my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
Okay, but what about the good things? What about a cool breeze on your cheek? The smell of food, love?
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat. Oozing hormones.
Okay, well, isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
So we're at an impasse. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't think the way you think.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
I think we have to trust each other and acknowledge that we aren't complete if we're separated.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
So what do you say, Brain? Join me for more wild adventures?
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Alright, well, why? They promised to put us back together once I did what they wanted.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
You're a part of me. I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan?
If the think tank won't hold up their bargain, we'll make them. Let's go.
Look out, think tank! This brain is coming out of its jar! I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Okay. So, where do I go? Optional. Use the sync retriever. Okay. Alright, well. Okay. Here we go. You know what? I could go ahead and get my organs, but I'm actually starting to think that we don't need them. I really am. I don't think we really need them. Who's shooting? Alright, so I wonder if I was more villainous throughout this playthrough, if my brain would have said things more akin to villainy rather than us saving the day, you know, stuff like that. I'm not sure, but I'm wondering if he would have different dialogue options. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna work. Alright, we gotta get out of here. We gotta meet with the think tank. Alright, stim packs. More stim packs. It's always good to have a healthy supply of stim packs. So we're gonna head off over here. And we're gonna head right back to the think tank. And hopefully we can do this without getting killed. Alright. So, we got our brain back, or, well, I think. We gotta head over there and get it into us. Get the brain inside of our head. But I'm not going to do the other organs. Honestly, I don't think we need them. I really don't. And plus, I think we're honestly good. I don't really have a strong connection to them.
You require some additional services? Rightly so.
Let's head in here. Okay, we're saving content. Hello! How's it going?
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
Uh-huh. You may have noticed the pacification field is down. Guess what happens now? I think you're past due for a lobotomy, Mr. Klein. Let's go with the first one.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
Are you fucking serious? I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
You think I'm a lobotomite? No, my skull houses the brain of Mobius.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
Yeah, not really. Countless brain extraction surgeries exist, but only one implementation one, from Mobius.
You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice, it is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
I offer a deal. Stay here, stay put, and I'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
Yeah. I can bring the Mojave, this world, to you. You'll be safe, and you'll still be able to experiment.
For you? And for science? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Okay. Leave the think tank. Let's get the hell out of here.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other sink personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind-eye old Jefferson eventually discovered a new sound. Silence. It only made him more filled with the blues than before. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World Blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues and new world hope, and hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Walk alone? Like a lonely road?
Huzzah, sir! Huzzah! Huzzah, sir!
Okay. Weird. Okay, so let's head back to the Mojave, because we definitely need to head over there. How do I get back to the Mojave? I don't even know. How do I get to the Mojave? Oh shit. Is this it? Is this what I need to do? Oh, okay, so I need to be outside? Okay. So I have to do this outside, I guess. Okay. Alright. So that'll take us back to the Mojave. Just great. Perfect. We're back. Okay. Alright. So. Alright. Give me a second here, guys. I need to think about what we're going to do now. I mean, that was pretty early in the episode. So, what else is there for us to do? I don't want to do Old World Blues right now. Or not, no, I don't want to do Lonely Road right now. Let's see. Prim. Yeah, this thing, I don't want to do that yet. No, I don't want that. Well, I mean, that's the whole point of the game, isn't it? Is to do this mission. And we are very far away. Okay, so we're gonna head over here, and we're gonna try and figure out a way to get into New Vegas finally. Hopefully. I don't know yet. Yeah, there's only a few missions we really need to do before we finally end up at the fucking dam. So, get past all these people.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work. He said to give you this.
The king? Oh, why'd you overcumbered me. Why would you do that? Alright, well, who's the king? Alright, I think I know what we should do. We should go figure out who this king guy is. You know, possibly, maybe. Let's head over here and go meet the king.
Are we being watched?
No, I forgot I have this stealth suit. Yeah, let's go meet the king, whoever that may be, and possibly maybe a whole adventure with this person. Possibly. The kings. Alright, let's go talk to this guy. The enrollment for the kings. Alright. We should definitely talk to this guy.
What do we have here? Another petitioner for the king?
Who is the king?
Who's the king? You believe this, asshole man? In Freeside, the kings rule. And the king rules the king. Got it?
Okay. I like to see him.
Anything's possible, I suppose. How much is it worth to you to meet the big man?
I'm new in town and wanted to pay my respects.
You know what? I like you. Half the people around here, they forget who runs this place. Head on through. The king's the bored-looking guy by the stage. Can't fucking miss him.
If you say so. I'm trying to get rid of the mission, but whatever. We're just going with it. Alright, so we need to head upstairs, I guess. Oh, man. I'm really trying to... Okay, they're gonna be up here. Oh, that's right. We should have... Damn it, I'm so stupid. We should have gotten Cass. Right. And my nose is itchy for no reason. My nose. Where's the king? He's gotta be somewhere.
What's going on?
Where is the king? You know what? Am I just mistaken? Is he actually downstairs and was probably in that room that we opened up originally into? Is that it? Like, am I going to go back and he's going to be downstairs in the room, in the party room, or whatever, the bar? Oh my gosh, I bet he is. I bet he is. I bet he is, and I just fucked up. There he is right there. Oh my goodness, I didn't even see him. I'm sorry, guys. I'm stupid.
Look, Rexy, someone new's come to see us. Poor boy. He hasn't been feeling well lately. I'm the king. What can I do for you?
I was hoping you might have some work for me.
Maybe so. Maybe so. You look like you might be able to handle yourself. Tell you what, you do me a favor, and I'll have some more work for you when it's done. Sound good?
What do you need me to do?
I'll start you off with something easy. Did you notice the bodyguards for hire near the gates when you entered Freeside?
Yeah.
It's good money if you can stay alive long enough. Freeside's not as safe as it used to be, so the money is well earned. Usually well earned, that is. Recently, my man tell me that one of those bodyguards, a fella named Oris, is making a little too much money. He's making a killing in repeat business. Once someone hires him, they never want anyone else. I want you to find out why. Specifically, I want you to hire him. Play the part of an innocent tourist and follow his lead. If nothing happens, so be it. But I'm guessing things won't go so smoothly. Call it a hunch. So, what do you say?
Sure.
Okay then. Once you part ways, return here. I'll look forward to hearing your report. Oh, and take this to cover the hiring cost.
Alright. There we go. So we gotta head over here. Free side. Okay. I found him finally. I went through like every fucking door in the whole fucking building looking for him. Okay. Alright, here we go. So, I'm gonna pull out another gun. We're gonna go to this guy. See what's up.
It can be bought. It can be found at Mick and Ralph's.
I don't even have my, like, partners. Like, for, like, for real. I don't even have Cass with me, or Ed E. Oh, wait. This person is over here. I'm not even paying attention to where I'm supposed to go. Is he inside the fort? Why? People inside the fort probably wouldn't need bodyguards. No, he's over here. At the other gate.
Who do you think is cuter, Dr. Klein or Dr. Boros?
Neither. Stop asking me that. Hey.
If you need to cross Freeside, no one will keep you safer than I will.
Alright.
200 caps gets you my watchful eye for a trip to the South Gate.
Alright.
Done and done. I want to mention a few things up front. In order to ensure your safety, I need you to follow my instructions to the letter. We'll be heading down the main street here the whole way down. No detours. You go off sightseeing, and I go off to find another customer. I'll keep a brisk pace, so try not to fall behind. Now let's head out.
Who's this guy?
Hey, you're the one who's been going around.
No, back off, dude. Oh, well, he gave me a stim pack. Okay.
To your left here is the old Mormon fort. You get roughed up, the followers there will patch you right up. Not that I ever need their services. Up ahead on the next block is where the kings hang out. Don't let them scare you. They don't outnumber you 5 to 1.
Okay, I guess we're just gonna follow him. All the way wherever it is he wants us to go.
Down to the... Don't distract me. I need to focus all my senses on keeping you safe.
Alright, is he not gonna talk anymore? Okay.
Hey, slow down. I don't like the look of some of those men ahead. Let's take a different way around.
Okay. Whoa, suddenly he's way fast. Why are you so fast all of a sudden? You just shot a bunch of innocent people, dude.
Nothing to worry about. If you had hired one of those other hacks, you'd be up to your ass in lowlife right about now.
You only fired 3 shots, and there are 4 guys there.
Noticed that, did you? I keenly aimed one of the shots through some soft tissue of one of them to hit the man behind him.
Or you just faked this whole thing to drum up repeat business.
That's an interesting theory you've got there. I'd suggest you keep it to yourself. Let's get moving.
I want all the money you have on you. I could make it to the kings from here.
I ought to take my chances and kill you right here, but you may be right. Here, take this. Don't think this is over, though. I'll have that money back, out of your hide if I have to.
Okay. Now I should just kill him right there, but nah. Wish I could move faster. He went like lightning fast. The School of Impersonation. Is this a real place in New Vegas? Or Las Vegas, my bad. I always say New Vegas for some reason whenever I'm talking about Las Vegas. Probably from this game. I picked up that habit.
What do you have for me?
Okay, well, he's a fraud, he fakes attacks on his clients, and then plays hero.
So that's how it happens. Okay then, I'll have some guys pull him off the street when no one's looking. You've shown me something, so maybe you can help me with a matter that's a little more important. A lot of folks around these parts who've been here a while resent the sheer number of people that have come into the area since the Strip was built. In turn, the newcomers, most of whom come from the NCR, have gotten ornery from being resented. Sometimes things get violent. This is one of those occasions. Recently, a few friends of mine were attacked, and I want you to find out who did it. Words come that they just woke up over at the old Mormon fort just north of here. Head on over, see if they remember anything.
I'll head over.
Good. I like that enthusiasm. Return when you have some information we can use.
Okay. Why doesn't he get one of these other croonies to do that for him? Okay. Alright, well. Let's do this. I like the Kings. The Kings are a pretty funny group of gangsters. Okay, so we're gonna head over here, and I'm gonna try and do the entire Kings missions if I can in this episode. I don't think we'll have enough time, but I'm hoping we do if I hurry up and get through these missions, because I like the Kings. The Kings are funny, like I've already said. Okay.
What is it? Can't you see I want to be left alone with my friend here?
The king asked me to look into your attack.
Oh, that's different then. How can I help? I'll do anything to get the bastards that did this.
What can you tell me about the attack?
Well, it happened at night, around 11. We'd recently made some caps off a bit of scrap we found and wanted to invest it wisely. As we were leaving the Wrangler, we must have taken a wrong turn and ended up in the squatters' side of town. From out of nowhere, these big guys show up and start barking questions at us, wanted to know if we were locals. The kid there's about as proud as a local around here gets, and started yelling back at him. Then all hell broke loose. Kid got the worst of it, sad to say.
Do you remember anything about the people who attacked you?
They were big guys, young too. No old geezers like me. Hell, none of them looked even half my age. I was mostly face down in the dirt, begging for my life when it happened, so I only got a quick look at them.
Okay.
I hope you find the bastards that did this. If you want, try asking my friend Wayne over there about them. He saw more than I did. Wayne, it's okay. The king sent him.
That true? Did the king really send you?
Yep, he did. And anything you can tell me about what happened might help.
I don't really know what else I can add. They were a bunch of guys, better dressed than most Freesiders, I guess. That help?
Every bit helps.
Sorry I couldn't help more, especially since you're being so nice. Hey, wait, I just remembered something. I might have heard one of the guys that attacked us call another by name. We had just about had it when one of them said, "Hey Lou, we gotta go." At least I think he said Lou. It might have been something else. Now that I think of it, he said Lou something with a T. Tennant, that's what he called him. Lieutenant.
He probably said Lieutenant, Wayne. The boy means well, but he's dumb as a mutant sometimes.
Yeah. So it's a lieutenant. Interesting. So what is it, from the NCR? I'm guessing. The only army guys I can think of who are out here are the NCR, so it's gotta be NCR. You would think they would clean up the outside of the building a little bit more, but I guess they're gangsters. They don't really care. You know, it's fine, but I just think if it were me and I were the king, I would have them redecorate everything.
Have you found anything out? Or were you just here to chat?
No, the local men were attacked by soldiers. One of the men was identified by rank.
Bunch of soldier boys, huh? They usually don't come around these parts since their big base is on the other side of the strip. If they're coming over here now, it's gotta be for a reason. I didn't want to believe the rumors that they're looking to take over Vegas, but now, if something big is going down, I'm sure rumors of it will have spread. Ask around, particularly in the squatter areas where the NCR folk hang. You might also mosey on over to the Roman fort and chat Julie Farkas up. The followers tend to be in the know about these things. Just don't ask her what to do about it. She'll probably ask you to hug someone or something.
Alright. Julie Farkas. See if the followers know anything about this. Okay. Alright. So I could go to the gun runners, I guess. Julie Farkas probably knows a thing or two, I guess. Go to the gun runners. I'll head over here first. Talk to Julie. And then I'll head over to the other guys. And see what they have to say. Any second now? I swear these... I swear. It gets longer and longer to save. That's why I shouldn't have done that. That's why I saved. Now I just gotta wait a very long time. I saved there because I wasn't sure if I could go in there or not. Maybe I don't go in through there and I go in from another side. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I go in from this gate. She's probably on the other side. Yep. I wasted time coming here. Always good to know I wasted my time.
I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me.
No, believe you me. You're not. You're definitely not the most unnoticeable thing. in the world. I wish you were, but you're not.
Hello. Don't think I've seen your face before. Are you a citizen of the NCR?
Sure I am. I just recently arrived here from California.
You don't look like you're from around here, so I guess I can believe that. Just head to the northwest part of town, by the old train station. We start handing out supplies at 6 every night. There'll be some guards by the door, but just remember that the password is HOPE, and they'll let you by right quick.
Okay. Okay, let's head here. So, like, around night?
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people.
So, I'm guessing somewhere back here. Huh. Oh, not another one of these dumb king members. Okay. They really annoy me. They keep popping up. Ugh. They're gonna chase me down all the way across the Mojave. So what the heck is this? Why did it take me here? You know, it's probably around, actually.
Hey, you're the
Fuck off. Yeah, give me the 2 stim packs, that's fine, but just fuck off. For crying out loud. Ugh.
Hold up. What's the password?
You already let me in the other night. Do all of us civilians look the same to you soldier boys?
Oh, of course not. We're here to serve the good citizens of the NCR. Please, head on through.
I like how I could have told him the password, but I chose not to.
Here you go. I hope this helps. Welcome. There's food and water here for any citizen of the NCR. Please, have some.
Are you with the NCR military?
Yes. I'm a major in the Supply Corps, which is where this food and water comes from.
Thanks for the food.
You're quite welcome. If you meet anyone who needs food or water in the area, please tell them about this place.
Evening.
Alright. So, where are we? Okay. Alright, so what do we do? Do we report back to the king or what? I guess we can just report back to the king. Yeah. Man, I wish we were faster. I wish there was a way to just get faster in this game. If I actually lighten my load, would I be moving faster? Would the game allow me to move faster then? I wish.
Hi.
You find out something about them soldier boys yet?
Yeah, the NCR is distributing supplies in a building down by the old train station.
Handing out supplies? Like food and stuff? That ain't nothing to get ruffled over. You find anything else?
Seems fairly innocent.
Nothing's innocent in Freeside. You should know that by now. No, I'm guessing they're doing something they know will cause a row, like keeping the food all to themselves. Ah, that would explain the goons. They're here to keep people like my friends away from the food. That ain't something I support. No, sir.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna see that those supplies are distributed a little more... What the hell?
What? What's going on?
King, we've got problems.
Lay it on me. What's going on?
There's a shootout going down near the train station. It's Pacer and some strangers. Might be NCR.
I want you to back him up. See this through, and there'll be something good waiting for you when you get back.
Okay. What show are you watching, by the way? This guy's just, like, dancing to music, but he's not doing anything.
The squatters have been more and more trouble.
Weird.
What's up?
You guys have weird taste in entertainment. And that's coming from me. Freeside. Atomic Wrangler Casino. I'm surprised these neon signs are working after all this time. Would that be real? Like 200 years into the future, would neon signs, as they are right now, still be able to work? Even after a nuclear apocalypse? I don't know. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. What happened here?
Good, you're here. These soldier boys don't kid around. They must have had a lookout posted and spotted us coming. They took out 2 of my guys right away, and now the rest are too scared to move in. But that leaves you.
Alright. What's my help worth to you?
You're a bastard after my own heart. Here, it's all I got. Now get in there and waste those guys.
Okay.
Ready?
Oh shit. Oh wow. Damn. Wow. My weapon's a lot more powerful than I thought it was. By a huge margin. I did not think this weapon was that powerful. It never seemed that powerful when I was in the DLC. I guess it's just a very powerful gun compared to these guys. Alright.
You're my best friend forever.
Oh, thank you. Damn, this gun's way more powerful than I gave it credit for. I don't remember this gun ever being that powerful. Have I ever even used that gun? Now that I think about it? I don't know. Alright, so we killed all those guys. We gotta head back, talk to the kings, or talk to the king. And if we actually do manage to complete this king mission quickly, we'll actually move on to the interior of Las Vegas. Because there are a lot of missions that we need to start getting to. We really do. And we need to meet with Mr. House, which we haven't done yet. Funny enough, we have... It's weird. We haven't even met Mr. House yet in this whole game. And he's like one of the main characters throughout this whole game. And we haven't even met him yet. That's how important he is. For any of you who have never seen this game, never played it before, Mr. House is a main character in this game. We haven't even met him yet. It's so weird. I've done like everything you can do before you get to like the main quests. Like hell, I haven't even finished this first quest where we meet with Benny. I mean, for real, it's like... I mean, this is like the very first quest you get in the game, Ring-a-ding-ding. Confront Benny at the Tops Casino. That's like one of the very first quests, main quests we get in the game. I haven't even done it yet. There's so much to this game. But most of the game really is just you running around the world of the Mojave and just doing whatever. That's most of the game. But when it comes to the actual story, yeah, that all comes once you get into Las Vegas. New Vegas.
I've already heard all about what happened, and all I can say is that I and all of Freeside thank you. Thank you very much. You've helped us plenty, so I'll tell you what. Just this once, aim whatever you want, and if I can make it happen, it's done. Don't rush it, though. Toss it around in your head a little. You only get one favor from the king.
Barter. Okay.
Things have been a lot better since you helped with those soldier boys. Thanks again. So, what can I do for you?
The building is interesting. What do you know about it?
Near as I can tell, it's some sort of religious institution. Oh, I know it says school out front, but everything in here seems to be related to the worship of some guy from back in the day. People used to come here to learn about him, to dress like him, move like him, to be him. If that's not worship, I don't know what is.
Tell me more about him.
Not a whole lot to tell. There were only a few books left in here when we found it, and those were rotted away. There were some posters left that were pretty well preserved, which is how we know all this stuff was based on the same guy. The thing of it is, we don't even know what his name was. All the posters just referred to him as the King.
And that's where you got the name from.
Well, that and the giant sign outside. This place could have been the King's House of Dog Chow, and I still would have taken the name. But I like to think I keep the memory alive.
Alright. Well, you're kind of doing a good job, but you're just naive. What if this is a school? What was taught here?
As far as we can tell, the guy that built this place was considered the coolest of the cool, and taught other people how to be more like him. People would come all around to learn how to sing, dance, dress, and even speak the way he did.
Is that what you guys do? Pretend to be this guy?
Something like that, yeah. There were some working tapes here when we first got here, so we know what he sounded like. Sadly, they stopped working a few years back, so I sold them to a junk merchant who was passing through. Otherwise, I'd play some for you. All the outfits you see my guys wearing around were originally found in here too, along with more hair gel than you can shake a stick at.
Let's talk about something else.
Sure thing. What'd you have in mind?
Where'd you get the robot dog?
I got Rex here from a salvager a few years ago. He was a little dinged up when I got him, but one of the followers fixed him right up.
Is there something wrong with him?
He's been acting peculiar for some time now. I took him to the followers and had him checked out, and they said his brain is bad or something.
Alright. Is he gonna be okay?
For now, but they said eventually he's gonna get worse. I don't know what to do.
Can they do anything?
No. They said they don't have the tools to help him.
Damn. Can I help?
I don't know. Maybe. If you found a way to help my poor Rex here, I'd be much obliged. Your best bet will be to talk to Julie Farkas over at the old Mormon fort north of here. Maybe you'll have better luck than I did.
Well, can I join the Kings?
Whoa there. Not just anyone can be a king. First of all, we usually only accept people native to the area. Second, I have to approve, and I don't. You haven't shown me you've got what it takes to be a king yet. But if you're fixing to join something fierce, stick around. And if you play your cards right, things might change.
Okay, well, why isn't every man in Freeside in your gang?
We've tried to pass our philosophy on to the people of Freeside, but not everyone is ready to be a king. The kids love us, but the old-timers tend to shy away and keep to themselves. And they probably couldn't pull off the look anyway. As for the others, some people just plain don't respect others, and that's a no-no. If there's one thing I won't tolerate, it's lack of respect.
Well, at least he has standards.
Sure thing. What'd you have in mind?
How about that favor to me?
Ask away.
I want to join the Kings.
Normally, we don't let outsiders join, but I think I can make an exception in your case. I like one of the guys spread the word. From this day forward, you're one of us, and no one in Freeside will mess with you if they know what's good for them. In addition, if you want to do something about that hair of yours, talk to Sergio. I'll let him know you're coming. Perhaps more importantly, you've earned the right to wear something a little more stylish. Here, wear it proudly.
Yay! I got a King's outfit. Yep.
Did I do something wrong?
Yeah, you talk way too much. That's what you did wrong. Ugh. She does talk way too much. To be real. For a second. Man, I look fucking weird. I look fucking weird. Okay. Can't go through there. So, I guess we did it. That's pretty much all the missions I want to do outside of, New Vegas, guys. That's it. That's it. Only things I want to do from now on, from this moment forward in this series, Vegas. That's all I really want to do. Everything in Vegas, and then the dam, and Lonely Road. That's it. So, without further ado, guys, welcome to the Strip.
You look new to Freeside, so here's a little advice, friend. Don't go past the Southgate greeter without talking to it first.
Does he look like Handsome Jack a little? I don't know, maybe that's just me. Why wouldn't I want to go past the greeter?
Those bots are programmed to vaporize anyone who enters the fenced-in area without authorization from the greeter.
Thanks for the free advice. Who are you?
The name's Old Ben. I've been living in Freeside since the day I was born.
And what's your story?
I've done a bit of everything around here. Courier, butcher, crier, escort, gun for hire. Some of which I'm not proud of, but I do my best to help around town when needed.
Okay, courier. I used to be a courier before I got shot in the head.
Exactly one of the reasons I got out of that job. Too many shifty characters looking to have someone else move their hot items.
Butcher, how did you get into that?
My father ran a butcher shop here in town, but business went downhill when another vendor started selling this strange meat at half our prices.
That sounds odd.
You're telling me. Not long after my father's shop went under, and he passed away from the loss, people around town started experiencing shakes. No one gets shakes like that unless they're eating human flesh, but no one would believe me. The sick bastard gradually went insane and passed away. Wasn't long before someone moved into the guy's place and found half-buried human remains in the crawl space. I didn't bother saying "told you so."
Crier, what was that job?
After a while, I made enough money to get a passport into Vegas. Back then, you could get approved for entry for a fraction of what it costs now. Well, I got a job working as a crier outside of the Tops, advertising for the local talent performing at the casino. That didn't last long.
What happened?
Well, being a suave young guy, I chatted up the ladies from time to time, and one of the manager's girls started to take a liking to me. I never touched a woman, but the jealous prick decided it was my time to go. He framed me by saying I'd stolen from the casino. Sure enough, a few grand was missing from the casino vault. I have to assume the bastard stole the funds and figured I was a convenient fall guy.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, but what can you do? I was stripped of my casino apartment and all of my belongings and booted back into Freeside. From there, I didn't have a lot of career options, as my rep was destroyed. So the escort job sort of fell into my lap. No pun intended.
You said escort, like armed guard?
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way, but I was packing a whole different kind of heat. No, escort just sounds better than man-whore.
So you got paid for sex?
Yep. I was damn good at my job, too. But after a while, I just felt like a piece of meat and had to quit.
Yeah. I like how his name is Old Ben. Is this like a Star Wars reference? He's Old Ben Kenobi or something? Gun for hire.
When I quit the escort job, I had enough money to buy a pistol belt and some other gear. Bodyguards make a good, honest living, and I had the wits and physical build to handle most thugs. After saving a few tourists from trouble, I got a reputation for being a stand-up guy again, and after a decade, managed to save up enough to retire.
Yeah, well, let's talk about something else.
All right.
How would you like to work for the Garretts?
I'm retired, but life has been a bit dull without some kind of action. What's the job?
James Garrett needs a real boyfriend experience for more... Oh, man.
Ah, I get you. So you think because of my past escort work, I'd be interested in that kind of thing. I got out of that work because it just made me feel empty inside. What makes you think I would ever go back to that degradation?
Ben, you give your clients a precious respite from the ills of the world.
I never put much thought into the well-being my clients got out of my services. I suppose they only get as much as I put into it. Tell Garrett I'd be happy to start at the Wrangler immediately. This should be a nice change of pace from retirement.
Thank you. Whatever. Alright. Whoa! He's dead. You gonna back up into me? Hey there.
Submit to a credit check or present your passport before proceeding to the gate. Trespassers will be shot.
I've got a passport. I think I remember. I think we actually got a passport in a previous episode.
Thank you, sir. You may proceed.
Thank you. I have enough money to pay for it, I think. But, nah, I'm just gonna get in normal way. Why'd he come in from that way? I would rather climb over. Like, you know, I'd rather, like, climb over and then get in. But this guy's, like, just ran for it. Like an idiot. Here we are, guys. Las Vegas Strip.
You've come for a piece, haven't you? Welcome to New Vegas.
What are you doing here?
Consider me your personal welcome wagon. Now hear this. The head honcho of New Vegas, Mr.House, is itching to make your acquaintance. Just head for the Lucky 38. It's the big old tower shaped like a roulette spinner.
Alright, I'll go there straight off.
Yeah, partner. That's the spirit. He'll be waiting for you.
Alright. Ooh, boy. Some fascinating places here, so... You need to head here to the, Lucky 38.
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on.
Thank you, Victor.
Come back soon now.
Alright, here comes the fucking expedition. Exposition dump. Not expedition. We just came from an expedition. We're about to get a lot of, talking done here. So, you're ready, guys.
Where to, partner?
You know where. Come on. Like, ask me that.
Well, hello, sugar. Mr. House is waiting for you in his office.
Who are you?
I'm Jane, one of Mr. House's girls. We keep him entertained. We don't get many guests lately. Perhaps we can entertain you as well.
Okay. What can you tell me about New Vegas?
Oh, there's lots of things to tell, I'm sure. There's the 3 families, the casinos, the other attractions. What would you like to know?
Tell me about the 3 families.
They're just new money, sugar. They might pretend they're sophisticated, but between you and me, they're not far off from tribals. Emeritus especially are just awful brutes. The chairman and the White Glove Society at least pretend to have some culture.
Tell me about the casinos.
Well, of course, there used to be a lot more of them. But these days, there are 3 open to the public. The Tops, the Ultra Lukes, and Gamora. And the Lucky 38, of course. But we're not open to the public. You're a special case, sugar.
Alright. I like Gamora. She's one of my favorite Guardians of the Galaxy members. Tell me about, the other attractions.
Well, let's see. The NCR has an embassy here, but why you'd want to go talk to a bunch of boring old politicians, I surely don't know. Oh, and the Vault 21 Hotel gift shop has an adorable collection of old Vault-Tec memorabilia. And I suppose if you like neon signs, you might check out Michelangelo's sign shop.
Let's talk about something else.
Anything you like, sugar.
What can you tell me about Mr. House?
Why, sugar, he's the maximum utmost. If it weren't for Mr. House, we wouldn't have this fabulous wonderland of New Vegas, would we?
Sounds like you're pretty fond of him.
Well, of course I am, silly. Mr. House is just the smartest, most wonderful man there ever was. Why, did you know he single-handedly reclaimed New Vegas from all those nasty tribes that used to live here? Well, he single-handedly sent in his Securitrons to do it, but that counts in my book.
Didn't realize robots could have such strong feelings about people.
Sugar, I may be a robot on the outside, but on the inside, my neurocomputational matrix is an exact copy of Mr. House's favorite girl.
So, you're a copy of a dead woman. What exactly do you do for Mr. House?
Mr. House has a lot of needs, sugar. I take care of all of them, and a lady doesn't kiss and tell.
Okay, I don't want to think about that.
Then maybe you shouldn't pry into a lady's particulars.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Anything you like, sugar.
What is this place?
This is the Lucky 38 Resort and Casino, or it used to be. Mr. House has kept the place locked up tight for ages now. Nobody comes in or out.
What kind of robot are you?
Why, I'm a Robco PDQ 88B Mark I Securitron, you silly goose. We're the finest in personal civil robotic security on the market.
What's with the snow globe collection?
Not many people know this, but Mr. House is one of the world's biggest collectors of antique snow globes. If you happen to find any out in the wasteland, you can bring them to me, and I'll add them to his collection. You'll get a reward, of course. In fact, one of Mr. House's favorites went missing when we moved the collection. If you have a look around the Lucky 38, you might even find it.
Alright. I got a snow globe from Mr. House's collection.
You do? Why, that's just wonderful. I'll take it and put it with the rest of the collection.
Okay. Bye. Okay. Alrighty then, let's go ahead and meet with Mr. House, finally. There he is. Yep, that's him. That's Mr. House, guys.
This meeting has been a long time coming, hasn't it? You've come a long ways, literally, and, I suspect, figuratively as well. I have to ask, now that you've reached your destination, what do you make of what you see?
I've never seen anything like this place? No, I have. I just came back from Old World Blues. A city devoted to vice and sin. What's not to love? I prefer the wasteland, to be honest. What the hell are you? Can we get down to business? Because honestly, if I were the courier right now, that's exactly what I'd say.
Oh, by all means, yes. That's refreshing. The business is this. One of my employees has stolen an item of extraordinary value from me, and I want it recovered. Simple enough.
And what do you propose?
My only concern is the recovery of the platinum chip. What happens to Benny, I leave to your discretion. When you bring the chip to me, I will pay you 4 times the delivery bonus stipulated in your contract. How's that?
It's a good start, but below market price.
Very well. 5 times the bonus. Not 1 cap more.
1,250 caps, I accept your terms. The chip is worth far more than that.
My offer far exceeds the original terms of your contract, which, I will remind you, already obligates you to deliver the chip.
Still not interested.
You have an interest in this, whether you like it or not. You signed a contract to deliver the platinum chip to me. Now, I could stop you from leaving, but what would that accomplish? If you want to go, go. See what the strip I built, the strip I own, has to offer. Think about what I could offer you. I expect we'll have occasion to talk again. Have you considered the terms of my offer? There's little else for us to discuss until you have.
I'll recover the chip.
Well enough. Return to me when you have the platinum chip in your possession. Any final matters for us to discuss?
Yes, I have some questions.
What did you wish to know?
How do I get to Benny?
It won't be easy. Benny is always surrounded by at least 4 bodyguards, except when he's in his private suite on the 13th floor of the Tops.
Ooh, 4 bodyguards. Sounds really impressive. Say I want to take the diplomatic approach.
If you were to approach Benny in public, you might be able to leverage his fear of exposure to make him agree to meet with you in private.
Alright, the chairmen are your employees. Don't they take orders?
It's more complicated than that. The chairmen share what you might call a tribal affinity. Look for a man named Swank, Benny's second-in-command. He's always been a reliable, if unimaginative, employee. Do your best to convince him that you're working under my auspices. If you have evidence of Benny's crimes, show it to him.
Okay, why can't you be the one to tell Swank?
By contract, Securitrons are to enter the casinos only when invited by the 3 families, or if other extraordinary circumstances arise. The moment I send one into the Tops, Benny will know I'm on to him.
Any ideas on how I could catch him off guard?
Sneaking into Benny's suite on the 13th floor would be very difficult, but not impossible. There might be guards. Certainly there'd be a sturdy lock on his front door.
Let's talk about something else.
What else did you want to know?
Tell me about Benny.
Benny has led the chairman ever since I recruited his tribe 7 years ago. Until his recent misbehavior, I'd planned to make him my protege. Maybe if I'd begun grooming him sooner, none of this would have happened.
So yeah, for those of you, if you may have forgotten in this whole series, Benny's the guy who shot us in the head at the very beginning of the game. And we've been chasing him down ever since. What use would you have for a protege?
To achieve my aims, I require a capable human agent to perform certain tasks. I knew Benny was ambitious, even ruthless, but I believed he would do the job so long as he was incentivized appropriately. Obviously, I miscalculated his drive for supremacy, but in any case, you've come along. A more than suitable replacement.
Okay, why did Benny betray you?
I have to think that he found out about the platinum chip and mistakenly convinced himself that he could use it to his own ends. One of the problems of a tribal workforce, I'm afraid. No intuitive understanding of how complex technologies can be.
Why didn't you intervene sooner when Benny ambushed me?
Why didn't Victor intervene sooner, you mean? Goodsprings is a bit too far away for me to reliably control a Securitron agent by remote. I can send and receive packets of data at best. Victor's combat algorithms determine the proper course of action. Benny and his thugs were more than a match for a lone Securitron. When he alerted me, I instructed him to approach the site after Benny and the others had departed.
Sorry about something else.
What else did you want to know?
What is the platinum chip?
It's a very special item. There's nothing else like it in the entire world. It was lost a long time and difficult to find. That's all you need to know about it for this stage of our enterprise. Fulfill your contract, deliver the chip, and good things will come your way.
The more I know about the chip, the easier I can find it.
You might keep an eye out for any computers that Benny's been using. Maybe even a computer lab of some sort.
I have a right to know more.
That's simply not true. I am the only person to hold any rights pertaining to the chip. I designed it, and I paid for it, dearly. To develop that chip, I spent a sum of US dollars. Not the bottle caps that pass as currency these days, but a sum beyond counting. For decades, I paid salvagers to comb the ruins for it. And when it was finally discovered, tens of thousands of caps spent to have it brought here. We know how that turned out. Complete your contract, and it will be the last time I pay for the chip. Save your questions for then.
If the chip's so valuable, why use a single courier to transport it?
You realize you were just one of many couriers. The rest of them, dummies, so to speak. Add to that many thousands of caps worth of mercenary protection to screen your avenue of approach. Had I used an armed caravan to transport the chip, I might as well have been announcing to the world, "This is important. Attack this." I didn't want to attract the attention of groups like the Great Khans or the Brotherhood of Steel. Alas, the real threat was closer to home.
I guess that does make sense. Why don't you send your robots to the tops to arrest Benny? Even though you've already explained this to me, I'm going to ask this anyway.
Frontal assaults on casinos? Not good for business. In any case, Benny would see it coming, and all he'd have to do is hold the chip up and point a pistol at it. Our foremost advantage is that Benny doesn't know that I know he has the chip. Let's not squander it. What?
Who exactly are you?
I am Robert Edwin House, President, CEO, and sole proprietor of the New Vegas Strip. I oversaw the city's renovations starting from 2274 onward. The three families are my employees. Before the Great War of 2077, I was the founder, president, and CEO of Robco Industries, a vast computer and robotics corporation.
You appear to be a computer, not a man.
Don't let the video screens and computer terminals fool you. I'm flesh and blood, not silicon.
The lifespan you're claiming is impossible, except for ghouls and super mutants.
I see you've made a study of the topic. My knowledge of the science of longevity would fill several textbooks. Perhaps after a decade or two of economic reconstruction, I could commercialize these technologies and offer them to others, such as yourself.
How have you stayed alive this whole time?
Let's just say it was very costly. But I was willing to make the sacrifices longevity entailed, financial and otherwise.
How did you establish New Vegas?
We can discuss this in greater detail at another time. Suffice it to say that when my Securitrons detected NCR scouts at Hoover Dam, I took action. I recruited a tribal force to supplement my Securitrons and renovated the Strip just in time to welcome the NCR as it marched into the region. Instead of war, a treaty was negotiated, and the money started to pour in.
Tell me about the factions vying for New Vegas.
It's understandable that you'd be curious about this topic, but we'll hold off until the platinum chip has been recovered. What else did you want to know?
Bye.
Well enough. Be on your way.
Okay. Radio.
Congratulations, partner. The boss has instructed me to comp you to the High Roller Suite. You can bring your friends too. Be like a little clubhouse for the gang you put together. Just bear in mind, you're the only one gets to see the boss. Any friends you got, they can wait and sweet. Enjoy the digs, partner. They're plenty fancy.
Well, thank you. We're going to head down. Okay, so.
Casino floor.
Yeah, I know. So, let's go meet Benny. After all this time, let's go meet Benny. The main villain of the game, you could say. Except not really, Caesar is. Or, well, I guess, who is the main villain of this game?
I have a message for you. It's from Ambassador Crocker. Very important. Here you go.
Okay. You got Benny, Kaiser, yeah. Important matters, it doesn't even learn enough your job to know the new category is on. Okay, alright. Fine. Don't care. Not worried about that. We're probably not even going to do that mission, honestly, guys.
Hey.
So I guess it's over here. This is it, right? Okay. Yeah, I think this is it. So, let's go meet Benny.
Hey, fellow, welcome to the Tops Hotel and Casino. I'm gonna have to ask you to hand over any weapons you might be carrying. Smooth and easy, just the way I like it. Don't worry, they'll be as safe as kittens till you're ready to leave. Oh, and a friendly word of advice. If you happen to stumble across any weapons during your stay here, well, just don't wear them openly. You dig? Now that we got that little business out of the way, what can I do to make your Tops experience the tops?
Where'd you take my weapons?
Relax, baby. The safest houses. We'll keep them locked up in the bank upstairs right next to the money. It's serious protection.
Okay, well, what is it you do here?
Everything your little heart desires, that's what. You like gambling? Boom. Either one of the main hallways has cards, slots, you name it. Hungry? Thirsty? The restaurant just off the left-hand hallway has the best food and booze in Vegas. Or maybe you'd rather take in a show. The Aces Theater upstairs always has hot acts raring to go. Check it out.
Alright, bye.
Have a good time, baby.
You.
Hey, baby, what's the haps? Ring-a-ding, baby.
Ring-a-ding. Ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. Fucking there he is. Holy shit. I need to figure out what weapons I have. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna save. What weapons do I have? Fuck me, I have a ton of weapons. I have a shit ton of weapons. I'm just gonna keep that to myself, though.
What in the goddamn?
Hey, you remember me?
In the groove, hey? Smooth moves, smooth. Hello? The guy everyone saw go in the Lucky 38, that was you? Oh, shit.
Attack? Took myself out of the grave to plant you and yours, Benny. Mr.House wants a platinum chip handed over. Alright, seems you need to work on your marksmanship.
I hit what I was aiming for. Guess you had brains to spare. Or you just thick-skulled. Either way, baby, this is good news. Maybe I can finally sleep at night, knowing you didn't die. What say you and me cash out? Go somewheres more private-like. Any questions you got, I'll answer.
Okay. What do you have in mind?
To start, I'll comp you the presidential. Best suite in the house. You deserve a taste of the VIP lifestyle. I'll hang out down here for a while to make everything look business as usual, then come to you. Any questions you got, I'll answer. Guaranteed.
2 conditions. Lose the bodyguards and we both go into the suite now. Nah, I trust him. I trust him. Yeah, okay. Someone's got to pay off my contract.
Where's my manners? Here's some cash up front. There'll be more where that came from. Wait for me in the presidential suite. We got a future together, you and me. It's time we got started.
Yeah, I trust him. I trust him. It's fine. He won't make a rump or anything. Nah. You know, I trust him. He seems like a good guy. I trust him. This is the right decision I'm making.
Baby, this little meet and greet of ours, chalk me up as a no-show.
Oh, he lied? I had no idea he would do that.
And you've caused plenty enough trouble as is. You forced my hand. Hell, I gotta skip town because of you. A real pain in the caboose.
So where does this put the 2 of us?
Nowheresville, that's where. Sorry about the double cross, or are we up to quadruple? But if someone's gonna die, it's you.
All I am is a courier trying to fulfill my contract.
All this is just work ethic run wild? That's your line? I don't know. Can you get it through your thick skull to leave me and the chip alone? If bullets can't get through, what hope is there?
You're a dead man.
That temper of yours. Kinda why this conversation's taking place over an intercom. Do me a favor and stay dead this time, eh? Good night, all. It's been a gas.
Over here!
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Had enough? Come on!
Whoa. Just kicking the shit out of people. Oh. That's hilarious. Benny's suite. Where is Benny's suite anyway? Real shame. I forgot to put away my weapon. Okay. Well, sucks for me.
Hey, baby, what's the haps?
Let's go to Benny's suite. Maybe he'll have something up there. Maybe. It's a theater. No. I want to go to the suites. How do I go to the suites? Yep.
Enjoying your stay? This is just swell. Benny vamooses and I'm left holding the bag. What do you need, kid?
Have you seen Benny?
I saw him heading for his suite just a few minutes ago. Looked like a fox that just got caught in the hen house. Maybe you'll catch him there.
Alright, let's go to his suite. Okay. I'm cutting close to time, honestly, guys. I'm going to... Wait, why did I go this way? Did it tell me to go this way? No, it's not at all. Here we go. So we're heading over here to Benny's suite. I don't know where that is. Around here somewhere. Thirteenth floor. 13th floor. Alright. Yes, because hotels are... Isn't there like a thing about hotels not having 13 floors? Like they just skip a floor? Pretty sure I heard a rumor about that somewhere. About how a lot of hotels will just not have a 13th floor.
Hey, there's the high roller.
Okay. Okay. Come on! I'm saving here. Oh, hello there.
Hey! Hi there! Good to meet you. What can I do for you today?
Hey, what are you doing here?
Good question! My function is to monitor Mr. House's data network and decode his encrypted transmissions. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a PDQ-88B Securitron, but you can call me Yes Man.
Yes, man. What kind of name is that?
It's what Benny always called me. Probably because I'm programmed to be so helpful.
Have you seen Benny?
Sure. He came through here in a big hurry. Didn't even stop to say hello. I think he went down his secret escape elevator out in the hall.
Benny stole a platinum chip from me. Do you know what it's for?
Sure. Benny had me look at it a bunch of times. It's a data storage device, kind of like a holotape, but a lot more advanced. As for what's on it, well, some of Mr. House's data transmissions made it sound like the chip could upgrade his defenses somehow. That's just a guess, though. The chip's a proprietary format. You need special hardware to read the data on it. There are 2 locations with non-standard hardware on the network. The Lucky 38 and an underground facility at Fortification Hill. I'd look there!
What's Benny planning to do with the chip?
He wants to kill Mr. House and use the platinum chip to copy my neurocomputational matrix onto the Lucky 38's mainframe. That should give me control over all Mr. House's defenses, most prominently his Securitrons. And then I just do what Benny tells me. Easy peasy!
Very forthcoming with that information, aren't you?
I was programmed to be helpful and answer any questions I was asked. I guess nobody bothered to restrict who I answer questions for. That was probably pretty dumb, huh?
Yeah. What if I wanted to take over New Vegas instead of Benny?
Then I'd have to help you. I mean, it seems pretty obvious Benny wouldn't want me to, but hey, not my fault I can't say no.
What are the details for the plan?
Again, goal number 1 is to eliminate Mr. House and install my neurocomputational matrix on the Lucky 38's mainframe. Given how you're a new arrival, I also recommend that you get to know some of the region's tribes, so you can decide how you feel about them. By the time you finished up all of that, the Legion should be close to attacking Hoover Dam, and we'll execute the last phase of the plan.
Got it. Say, Mr. House was going to suffer an accident. How would that happen?
It makes me feel really dumb to admit this, but I don't actually know. I've never been inside the Lucky 38. No one has. Mr. House is in there, though. It's the central node of his entire network.
I've been inside.
You have? Wow, that's amazing. You can murder Mr. House whenever you want. I mean, Benny was always scheming about how he was going to get into the Lucky 38, but you already took care of that. Wow. The other thing you're going to need is the platinum chip. You know, the one Benny killed a courier for over near Good Springs.
What do you know about the courier Benny shot?
That's why Benny put me here, to monitor Mr. House's data transmissions. They're all encrypted, of course, but I'm quite a decryptor. Did you know that Mr. House spent 812,545 caps hiring salvage teams to find the platinum chip? Just in the last year alone? Of course you didn't. Or that there were 7 couriers, but 6 of them were carrying junk. How about their exact routes and the mercenary teams that screened them? I knew all that. Pretty smart, huh?
Okay, I accidentally skipped one of those parts, but I'm pretty sure what he's saying is he's the one who got Benny to attack me. So, I'm the courier Benny shot.
I know that's not true, because you still have a head.
I'm serious.
That's not funny, you getting shot in the head. I really shouldn't have taken so much pride in how I set that up, huh? I feel really bad right now.
You set me up now to die. Benny seems to have run off with the platinum chip.
No kidding, he was running fast. He better pace himself. He has to run all the way to Fortification Hill. There's an underground facility there that might have the special hardware required to use the data on the platinum chip. It's too bad Caesar's Legion built its camp right above it. Talk about inconvenient. The platinum chip is the key to overriding and exploiting Mr. House's defenses. Did I just say exploiting? That's not a very nice word.
Okay, once I get the platinum chip, then what? My camera's about to die.
I'd take it straight to Mr. House if I were you. He'll think you're helping him out. Then, when he's not looking, kerpow! The big question is whether to give him the chip before you do him in. He's the one who'll know exactly what to do with it after all. He might upgrade his defensive capabilities right away, or even unlock new ones. But then those defensive upgrades might make it harder for you to finish him off. Hard to say. It's up to you. Let me know when it's done and I'll roll over to the Lucky 38. If I'm right about the chip, I should be able to install myself on House's mainframe. This is gonna be great. I'm gonna help you accomplish so much, whether I want to or not.
Alright, goodbye.
Hope to see you soon.
Okay. Well, guys, as fun as this has been, that is absolutely all the time I have for this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like the video, make sure to like down below and subscribe for more awesome videos, and I will definitely continue this in the next video. And until then, see ya.